this game has been in development since 2012.
Oh, yeah.
The developer behind the game, LKA, is based in Tuscany in Italy.
Right.
So they started this game. Originally it was a passion project for the studio head. He wanted to tell a story about mental health. He wanted to help break the stigma and raise awareness of mental health historically and in the present day. It's something that touches all of our lives. So he started the project back then. It went to Steam Greenlight in 2015. It's now on PlayStation 4 and Xbox One, but it's in a sort of 5-year end-to-end development. So I would say what is unique about the game is the grounding in reality that it has to it. So both in terms of the location that it's set in is a real world location that's been constructed to measure within the game, but also in terms of its reality in a human sense. You know, we have lots of games that explore grand scenes in history. They explore, you know, the French Revolution. They explore the Egyptian pharaohs. You know, I think The Town of Light explores the story of an individual of no profile.
So it's a very sort of a small scale focus.
It's very much focused on the game's protagonist, who is, although she is fictional, she is a composite of real-world accounts from patients and staff who worked in the facility at Volterra.
If you had to compare it to a major title, what would you say it's like?
So, I would say in terms of the gameplay mechanics within the game, it's probably similar to something like Everybody's Gone to the Rapture or Firewatch. And it certainly follows that type of format. I would say in terms of the story, it's quite hard to find a direct comparison. I would say, I mean, there are the obvious ones that try and explore mental health, things like You've Gone Home, and things like Hellblade more recently in terms of the narrative and the themes that it wants to explore. But it's very much its own creature. I mean, the narrative is branching, but it only branches in terms of the perception. In the words of the chief screenwriter, the events that you see in the game never change. You just, depending on how you interpret the evidence that you find, you'll experience the truth in very different ways, and you'll form opinions in your own mind. Exploring themes of mental health is one thing, and you know, there's definitely a platform for that within games, and when it's done right, I think that's a really positive step. What I think there has to be an appreciation for within the industry is that we are the builders of worlds within the industry. We as a publisher, any developer out there, any streamer that is taking people into their channel and feeding them content day by day. As a teenager, I started playing video games and they were my escape from the challenges in my life and things that I couldn't deal with. So I think, you know, we as an industry need to champion our duty of care to those people that we take into our world. So I absolutely think that sensible and measured game development that actually takes that duty of care seriously is absolutely essential. If you want to go on an emotional journey, you want to play a game that will stick with you long after you played it. You want to understand the history that these people went through in the 1930s and the 1940s. You know, many people went to these facilities and never came out. They were very much, it was a one-way ticket for many, many people. I personally have never played a game that has such a sort of fundamental message of human compassion and understanding in this way.
Right, thanks very much, mate.
Thank you.
Cheers.